This is the Yamaha PSR-E383 keyboard, and in today's video I'm going to teach you how to connect the keyboard to your computer, and using free software we are going to take advantage of the built-in audio interface and MIDI capabilities found on this keyboard, and I'm going to teach you step by step how to produce a multi-track song recording. If you own a Yamaha PSR-EW310 or a Yamaha EZ310, you can also use these same techniques because these are essentially the same keyboard. To begin, you need to have the correct cables to connect your keyboard to your computer, and you need a USB cable like this, also commonly called a printer cable. I will leave a link in the description so that you will get the correct cable and not end up having one that doesn't work. Next, you have to find the USB to host port and use the correct end of your USB cable to plug in to the keyboard. You have to plug the other end into the USB port of your computer or your laptop. Once you have your cables connected, you can go ahead and power on your keyboard. The next thing, you need to know how to turn on local control on and off. So what you do is search for your function button here, press it a couple of times until the screen says local. So to turn it on and off, you will use the yes and no button. So depending on the circumstances, you will need to turn local on and off, and I will elaborate on this further in the video. Once you have all your cables properly connected, you need to download the drivers that will enable your keyboard to be an audio interface, and you don't need to buy an additional audio interface. So I will leave a link in the description below, and you can just follow the link to download the Yamaha Steinberg USB driver and follow the instructions to download for your computer accordingly. The next thing you need to download is the DAW, or a digital audio workstation software, and this will allow you to record multi-track recordings from your keyboard to your computer. And this is Cakewalk by BandLab. I will leave a link in the description, and you can just follow the link, go to the download link and hit the download accordingly, and follow the instruction to download and set up your Cakewalk by BandLabs. Once you have everything installed correctly, you should find this little icon that says Cakewalk by BandLab on your desktop. All you need to do is double click on it, and I want you to choose a new project and select an empty project. Before you do anything, you want to make sure that your audio and MIDI devices are set up correctly. So I want you to head over to Preferences right here on top, click on it. Next, you want to head over to your playback and recording and make sure your driver mode is set to MME 32-bit. If you look over here, would restrict your devices. With MME selected, you head over to Devices, make sure your input is line 2, and your output is your speakers from your computer or your laptop. Next thing you want to do is head over to the MIDI preferences, click on devices, and make sure that input is your digital keyboard. Output, let's have it unselected so that nothing gets output through your MIDI. Click apply. Once you've done that, press close. Let's start with using the keyboard as a MIDI controller. So we're going to right mouse click on this panel here, and we're going to put insert instrument. Built right into Cakewalk, you get a couple of free instruments that is included right out of the box. I want you to go to instrument and select SI electric piano. Click create, and there you have an electric piano patch already created. Pull this down for more features here. So this is for muting the track, soloing the track, arming the track for recording. And if you double click on this, you will get the interface for your instrument plugin. So this is an instrument that is residing on your computer, and you're controlling it with your keyboard. You can change the various different parameters. In this instance, you want to make sure on your PSR keyboard, you go to function and set your local to off, because you don't want any sound to be coming out from your keyboard. You only want to use it as a MIDI controller. Now when I play a note, this sound is not coming from the keyboard, it is coming from the instrument that's residing inside your computer. In this plugin, there are a few presets that we can use. One of the presets I like is the one that says Pretty EP. So we're going to select that. With that selected, let's have a listen. I like that. So let's close this dialog box. Next thing we want to do is set the metronome speed. Double click on this area here and key in about maybe 80 beats per minute, right? And you want to make sure that you have your metronome on during record, which is this little icon over here. Let's arm this for recording by clicking on this little icon, and then we click record over here. Once you're done, click stop, and you can just have a listen to what you have recorded by disarming the track here, and then just clicking play. So you can add as many instrument tracks as you want. The sky's the limit, according to how powerful your computer is. For the second track, we are going to use a sound that is found in the keyboard itself, inside the PSR-E383, EW310, or EZ310, whichever you're using. And we're going to right mouse click, and we're going to insert an audio track, because we are going to be recording the audio coming out from the keyboard into the computer. Drag it down for more options. So the next thing you want to do is go to your function button, look for your local, and you're going to turn it to on, because now you want the sound to be coming out from your keyboard into your computer. The next thing you want to do is disable any input on your instrument track by clicking on this and just selecting any other MIDI channel other than channel 1, because right now we're transmitting on 1. So right now, when you arm your track 2, which is the audio coming from your keyboard, this is your built-in audio on your keyboard. Let's go for a little guitar sound maybe. Okay, we're going to record that together with our electric piano. The track has to be armed, and then we head over to our record button. Once you've done that, click stop. Back to the beginning of the song by clicking this icon, disarm your recording track, and let's have a listen, and you should be able to hear both the instruments. Track 1 being your software instrument, and track 2 being the guitar sound from your keyboard. If you find that your levels are not what you want, you can head to the bottom of the screen, click on console, and you can adjust your gain level accordingly. Let's say you want your keyboard, your track 2, to be louder, just bump this up and make the software instrument in track 1 so a little softer. Right, now that this is recorded as an audio file, you can go ahead and add like different effects that you want. You can add reverb, distortion, delay, and EQ, really all the different effects available in this free DAW, and you can record as many tracks as you want. I hope you found this tutorial useful. I will leave a link to all this software and the equipment I use in the description below. Till the next time, I'll see you. Bye-bye.